sorry about that. So yeah, shh, be quiet. So yeah, hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and so you decided to stick around after, of course, the last thoughts video that I put up. Good for you. So I guess I might as well give you guys a little something extra to be right about now. And yeah, I guess a lot of you guys are wondering, why am I whispering right about now? Well, shh, be quiet. I don't want to make any noise right about now. I certainly hope it won't attract a certain alien group that is known to kill people if you make a loud noise. So I just want to be sure everything is safe. I certainly hope the chair cracking isn't making too much noise. Oh, I think we should be good right by now. Okay, I'm just messing with you guys right about now. So yeah, I guess about anything, I guess I will give you guys a little something that's in context to, of course, what I'm gonna be talking about for sure. So yeah, that's what I kind of figure I would do. So yeah, good for you to actually stick around after, of course, the last thoughts video I did earlier, just for, of course, another one on the exact same day. So yeah, props to you for that. So yeah, I'm of course back at it once again with another thoughts video. So yeah, I might as well give you guys what you want. And I just ran straight cleaning out of water, but hey, good thing I got a backup just in case. So yeah, pretty much I think I might as well go ahead and get this out of the way. Pretty much ever since I actually went and actually saw Corella right around today, I guess for today's thoughts video, I actually went and saw another movie on the exact same day. So yeah, it's of course a part of my double feature, hands down, and I am absolutely really excited to actually talk about this one for sure. So yeah, and of course, oddly enough, unlike Corella, where of course I wasn't really excited to actually see it, but in the end, after seeing it for myself, I do think it's actually pretty good. This movie, however, I was super hyped to, of course, see this movie for sure, even before even before the pandemic officially hit us. So yeah, you know I've been really excited for this movie. That is of course long before the pandemic has actually hit us. So yeah, and of course I do think the wait was actually well worth it for sure. So yeah, I guess for, of course, today's thoughts we are right about now, we're not just going to be talking about a certain movie, as always. Oh, no. We're of course going to be talking about a sequel to a really incredible movie that was released about 3 years ago for sure. So yeah, and I guess given to the context of course, what you've actually seen in the beginning of this thoughts video right about now, I think it's actually pretty clear on, of course, what I'm going to be talking about. But in case you actually don't, I might as well go ahead and get this out of the way. For today's thoughts video right about now, I'm of course going to be talking about A Quiet Place Part 2. So yeah, I'm actually really excited to actually talk about this movie, and now that it's officially out right about now, I am really excited to actually talk about this movie hands down. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. So yeah, I guess if anything, I think I might as well go ahead and get the pretty much the backstory for, of course, this movie out of the way. Pretty much for, of course, what this movie is. It actually serves as an official sequel to, of course, the 2018 smash hit film A Quiet Place. So yeah, and of course, just to get this out of the way, pretty much, if you couldn't actually recall, based on the amount of movies I've actually seen throughout the course of 2018, sadly, I never actually saw A Quiet Place when it actually came out. I think it's probably mainly because I wasn't really that into horror movies, right up until a year later, with, of course, a good number of horror movies that I've actually seen on that year, hands down. But I do know it actually has gained a lot of really great word of mouth upon its release, So yeah, and I guess for the case for, of course, the sequel that is set to come out, I've actually went ahead and actually bought the I actually bought a DVD copy of course, the first movie. Excuse me, must have been something I ate, but yeah, I of course went ahead and actually bought a DVD copy of course, the first movie, just to get myself fully hyped for, of course, the sequel, hands down, and yeah, I was set to go to actually see the first movie, just to get myself hyped for, of course, this sequel that was scheduled to be released around March of 2020. But there's just one problem. Apparently COVID-19 has officially hit us, so yeah, apparently the entire pandemic has officially hit us around that time, even before the movie was set to come out. And I was already fresh set to actually see that movie, alongside of course, two other movies I did already talk about back in March of last year, those being Pixar's Onward and I Still Believe, and not to mention, not just the sequel, but not just, of course, this sequel, but also, of course, the live-action Mulan remake, which I did already talk about earlier, was scheduled to be released around that time frame, hands down, but yeah, the pandemic has officially hit us, which means, yes, folks, A Quiet Place Part 2 never got released around that time frame, and it really does suck, hands down, but hey, I guess regardless on that, I know they were doing everything they can to actually get the movie out for sure, but hey, right around Halloween of course, 2020, yeah, literally on October 31st, on Halloween of 2020, I've actually decided, you know what, I'm gonna give in to myself for that special occasion. I actually watched the first Quiet Place movie for what it is, and yeah, after getting to finally see it all the way through, I really enjoyed the first Quiet Place movie, hands down. Yeah, I thought the concept was actually really great. The actors pulled off some fantastic performances, hands down. And plus, I really do admire on how creepy and atmospheric it is. And yeah, it actually has given me some really great scares, hands down. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do enjoy the first Quiet Place movie, hands down. So yeah, and thankfully for, of course, the sequel, that's actually built up my hype for, of course, this movie that I'm going to be talking about a whole lot more. So yeah, I knew right away that I was hyped for, of course, this movie right when I saw the trailers. But after seeing the first Quiet Place movie, I am more hyped as always, just to see what they were gonna do for it. So yeah, literally right around after I got the chance to actually see Cruella, I of course went ahead and jumped right onto, of course, the next movie theater to actually see A Quiet Place Part 2. So yeah, now that the movie is officially out right about now, and thank God for that, what do I think of this movie overall now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, I think let me just say this right now. Holy shit! I gotta have to say the hype for this movie was well worth it right about now, and I am glad to finally get a chance to see this movie right about now, because let me tell you right about now, A Quiet Place Part 2 is most certainly as great as the first film, hands down. So yeah, I think with, of course, everything that I've actually seen, hands down, everything, every single aspect that I've actually seen on screen, it just makes this movie all the more worth it. I really enjoyed this movie, hands down. I love it a whole lot. I think it's probably the best movie, the best movie I've actually seen this year, let alone my entire life for sure. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really enjoyed this movie a whole lot. Alright. So yeah, now that I've actually got that out of the way, I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about. First of all, it's of course the story for this movie. So yeah, I guess for of course what it is, the story for this movie actually is incredibly well crafted for sure. It actually didn't want to repeat all the stuff that we've actually seen in the first movie to make it repetitive. No, this movie actually picked up where the first film left off, and I will have to say it is done marvelously well. I think with of course everything that I've actually been seeing, hands down, it really does do an incredible job, and of course picking up where the first film left off and actually continue on to, of course, where it needs to be. And I really do admire on, of course, what this movie has actually done. It is absolutely well worth it, and I'm really thrilled to actually see on how the way this movie actually turned out. And with of course everything that I've actually seen story-wise, it actually does do the job massively well. I really love the way this movie actually did do an incredible job in crafting a really engaging story, while of course serving as a really impressive sequel, hands down. So, and plus not only that, I also really do admire, of course, on how well the film did with, of course, its writing, hands down. I think with, of course, everything that I've actually seen, pretty much everything from, of course, each scene that's written out to, of course, the dialogue bits, and, of course, some of the action stuff that is incorporated into it, actually makes it all the more engaging. I really love the way it actually turned out. So yeah, I guess with, of course, what it is, I really do admire on how well crafted the film's writing is, hands down. It's absolutely done massively well, and I really love the way it actually turned out. So yeah, that's what I can say on that. Though I will say, maybe my one nitpick that I have to say, maybe some scenes could have been done a whole lot better than, of course, what I've actually seen. But I still think it's actually really well crafted, hands down. Alright. So yeah, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, I might as well go ahead and talk about the next couple things that I should mention. First of all is, of course, the characters, I have to say, and my god, they are the most likable characters that I would actually see in, of course, this movie, hands down. I think with, of course, everything that I've actually seen, I really love on how well interesting this movie is, hands down, and I really like the way that they're given some pretty impressive character development, and let's not forget, pretty much the main leads, I have to say, really do have the good amount of character development and strong love like they did in the first film. So yeah, I guess for, of course, what I guess I really do admire on what this movie has done with, of course, all the characters, I have to say, both old and new. They are done massively well for, of course, what it's actually done. So yeah, and of course, the other thing I should mention right about now, all the actors that actually came on board to actually play all these characters, they actually pulled off some really fantastic performances, hands down. I think with, of course, everything that I've actually seen, they actually really did give their all, of course, giving these characters what they need to do, and just by seeing them on screen, it does help us a whole lot in actually cheering for them and wanting to see them actually make it through an entire situation, and most importantly, not even die for of course, what it is. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire all the actors that actually came on board to actually play all these characters, hands down. They are done massively well for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. So yeah, and of course everything else that I should mention right about now, they are also done massively well. Like of course, I really do admire the nice tone in the atmosphere with, of course, what it's actually done. And of course, I guess if anything, in a horror movie, atmosphere is, of course, all the more intriguing and does help serve as the main factor in actually making it look good. And of course, in the case of this movie, it did do the job well with, of course, what it's actually done. So yeah, I guess with, of course, everything that I've actually seen, the tone in the atmosphere is actually done incredibly well, and I really do admire, of course, what this movie is down visually. Yeah, I guess in terms of course, what I've actually seen, the visuals and the effects in this movie, they really do stand out a whole lot. I really love the way it actually turned out. Not only of course, showing off a good number of areas in a post-apocalyptic world the movie actually takes place in, but also, much like on how I felt about the first film, the designs for, of course, the aliens in this movie is also done incredibly well. Yeah, and just by seeing them on screen, they are incredibly creepy and does give you a really good number of, or should I say a good sense of fear, hands down. So, and don't worry, I think that part that I actually said earlier, I'll get to that later on. And of course, I really do admire, of course, the nice direction for, of course, this movie, where, of course, this is indeed brought back the film's director and, of course, the star of course, the first film, John Krasinski, which I know he actually, which I know he's actually done a lot of great work in the past, and I guess for the case of, for of course this movie and the first Quiet Place movie, he has done an incredible job with, of course, what he's actually done. He has actually came a long way since his role in The Office, hands down. So yeah, who would thought he would actually go from being a really nice star in a really incredible comedic series to, of course, directing, writing, and of course starring in a really pretty much all those three that I mentioned, and of course not one but two really awesome horror movies, hands down. So yeah, this guy actually really made a commitment for himself. But yeah, like I said, in terms of course the film's direction round, but now John Krasinski actually did do an incredible job with, of course, the direction this movie has gone for, and I really love the way it actually turned out. And plus, I also really do admire how well shot this movie is. I really do admire how well shot this movie is with some really great cinematography. The editing, I have to say, is very nice and of course crisp and clean, hands down. I really love the way it actually turned out. And the most important thing that I should mention right about now, I really do admire on how creepy this movie is. I think with, of course, everything that I've actually seen, like I say, it actually really does give you a good sense of fear, hands down. And yeah, I will admit, I think there are several times where, of course, I did get scared by, of course, the movie's jump scares, hands down. But hey, they are really great jump scares, hands down. And yeah, this movie actually did do an incredible job in actually scaring me for, of course, what it is. And yeah, I think with, of course, everything that I've actually seen, it really does make this movie all the more terrifying, for sure. But in a good way, hands down. So yeah, I guess with, of course, everything that I need to say, that's how much I actually really love A Quiet Place Part 2. I guess with, of course, everything that I've actually been seeing on screen, it actually does make this movie all the more worth it. Yeah, all the more worth it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. So yeah, I guess that's how much I actually really love this movie. So yeah, and I guess apart from that one nitpick that I actually had, I will admit, there's nothing actually wrong with this movie, hands down. I think with, of course, everything that I've actually seen in this movie by far, it does work all the way through. So yeah, no major problems right by now, and no massive nitpicks with, of course, this movie. I think with, of course, everything that I've actually seen, it actually does work all the way through. So So yeah, I guess if anything, that's how much I actually really love this movie, hands down. So yeah, I guess overall, A Quiet Place Part 2 is a really impressive movie all the way through, and I couldn't help but say that I absolutely love it for what it is. So yeah, and I guess pretty much for what it is, it actually does make it a really great sequel to, of course, the first Quiet Place movie, and actually makes it something that is actually well worth checking out. So yeah, and of course, and I guess for what it is, much like on how I felt about the first film, it's creepy, has some really great ideas, and actually makes it all the more intriguing, and it does leave you on the edge of your seat. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really love A Quiet Place Part 2 a whole lot. I think pretty much almost coming close to being pitch perfect in my opinion. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire this movie, hands down, and I am really glad this movie finally got released right about now, and I will have to say the hype was actually well worth it, hands down. That's how much I actually really love this movie, hands down. So yeah, if you got the time, definitely, of course, see this movie for yourself. It's actually one really creepy and atmospheric sequel to, of course, a really creepy and atmospheric, but yet somehow really impressive horror movie that I couldn't help but actually recommend, hands down. So yeah, for my final score right about now, I'm of course going to give A Quiet Place Part 2 a massively solid 9.5 out of 10. Like I said, almost coming close to being pitch perfect, hands down, and I guess for what it is, it actually does do an incredible job serving as a really incredible sequel to, of course, the first Quiet Place movie. Yeah, it's definitely one of those sequels that really did the incredible job with, of course, what it needs to do, and really did let lightning strike twice with, of course, what it's actually done. And yeah, I guess for what it is, I really cannot wait to actually see what will happen next for, of course, all these characters in this movie, because, yeah, I guess pretty much, much like how I felt about, with, of course, what I have to say about this sequel, everything from what I'm seeing with the first Quiet Place movie is actually a really interesting concept for sure, and they really nailed it on the head for, of course, what it needs to do, and I really do want to see more of it later on to actually make it as great as, of course, the two films that I mentioned in this video. But I guess until then, we're gonna have to wait and see on that. So yeah, I guess if you actually want to experience A Quiet Place for yourself, then by all means, go ahead and check it out. It's definitely well worth it. And let me say this right now, it's actually one Quiet Place that you'll certainly find anytime soon. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for, of course, this Thoughts we ever had by now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, if you are one of the lucky people that have actually seen A Quiet Place Part 2 for yourself, and of course, what you thought about it, then by all means, go ahead and leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And of course, on top of that is, of course, alongside, of course, giving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions. And of course, if you want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future, follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty other social media sites that I have provided if you want to keep up to date with me, with, of course, the links down in the links down in the description box below. And oh, I almost feel like I wanted to sneeze, but yeah, I can hold it in long enough. But yeah, going back on topic, and of course, as always, feel free to support me on Patreon if you want to see sneak peeks to some videos that I got coming up, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then giving a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of my channel, feel free to, of course, subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this coming up in the near future. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and yeah, it feels great to actually talk about this movie and Cruella as a nice double feature for sure. And yeah, I guess for what it is, I am actually really glad to finally get these two out of the way. So yeah, got a long ways to actually go for the next thoughts video that I got coming up, but I'll let you know once I actually do eventually go see another movie that I would love to talk about. Probably depending on which one that I think is worthy enough to talk about. So we shall wait and see on that. So, but I guess until then, definitely be on the lookout for, of course, the next thoughts video that I got coming up. Maybe I might do something on top of what I normally do, or maybe something that I missed out on that I never got the chance to talk about. We shall wait and see on that. But I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Now, if you'll excuse me, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and walk away very quietly and see if I'm not gonna make any noise, so shh. Might as well be quiet on that. So yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in the next thoughts video. So yeah, take care, guys. Alright, I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be very quiet. I'm not gonna make too much noise. I don't want to, of course, get myself killed. Alright, yeah. I think that's a good way to end it, so yeah.